No, they're growing.
They don't grow in the desert. They
Let's just
only
see what
there.
Chazal
We're not
say.
talking about the desert.
ועוז יש לדדק, מה אכפת ליעקב דווקא על קרשים? Why?
You have to take control of the saddle here. The horse is starting to make trouble. You have to saddle up now.
I'm going to saddle you up right now.
Listen, it's called pill pull. Leave us alone.
ועדיין יש לדדק, מה אכפת ליעקב דווקא על קרשים? Why does Yaakov, you can ask, why does Yaakov care so much about the Kirashim? That he went to go out of his way?
He signed for the Mishkan. He signed the Ruach HaKodesh for the Mishkan.
They're also, yeah, that's right.
If you want to say, if you want to say they're not found in the Midbar, okay? Go bring the other stuff that wasn't found in the Midbar. The diamonds. The
The Acacia trees, the Shittim trees that he's showing you, you can't make anything out of those. The ones in
you can't. No, you have.
He just showed you a picture of an acacia tree that grows in the midbar or in the wilderness, and that you can't use for the Mishkan. The ones that we brought, that Ruach HaKodesh Yaakov Avinu brought maybe from Lebanon, which was Eretz Yisrael. Those are the kind you can use to build a Mishkan. You can make big beams.
Amen.
You can make big beams. You can make the Mishkan. You can make the Aron Kodesh.
Okay, listen.
It's a different kind of a tree, abyssal.
Fine, but the question is, why does he care? Why was he so specific on bringing the wood? Why did he bring the jewels for Abnei Shoham? Abnei Shoham, you have the Hoshen, you have the Hoshen, right?
Yeah.
You have how many stones?
12
stones.
Yeah.
Where did the 12 stones come from?
All over the place.
So we're gonna see right now. The question is, why did he bring the stones? Why is so much meat on the wood?
If you find out, give me a little cut.
Yeah, I said 20. Good. You know what? You deserve that. Good. Keep him hanging. So the question: why was Yaakov having so much meat on the wood and not on the Abnei Shoham or the Abnei Miluim? If you want to say it because he didn't find it, or because Lo Matzah Yado Le'Aviyamo, he couldn't bring them. And then, what is he going to rely on Yaakov Avinu that the Anei HaKavod is going to provide it? Because everything that happened, the Anei HaKavod brought. Everything that we needed for the Mishkan that we did not have, the clouds of glory brought us. So if you want it, so why wouldn't he just assume that the Anei HaKavod will bring also the word, right? The Kerashim. What are you troubling yourself for? The Samash Anei HaKavod Yerudu Lahem, Ava Kerashim Yaviu Lahem. Why did Yaakov trouble himself? Wood is heavy, by the way. Wood is very heavy, and especially cedar. Okay, why did Yaakov care so much about these kerashim, the wood? But the Avnei Shoham is the Kohen Gadol. He doesn't care about that, but he cares about the wood. There's got to be a reason. What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Right. So now we bring Midrash. It says V'asita et kerashim. Okay, Rabbi Chaim says Lo haya le'olam ra'ui le'ishtamesh ba'arazim. The world. There was no purpose. It doesn't make sense that the world should be using the arazim, the cedar trees, except for the Mishkan and the Beit HaMikdash. Because cedar trees is like one of the best trees you have.
We know that Yaakov brought cedar trees and not seeds? Who's right?
Little trees, it says.
Arazim
Arazim, that's the pashtus. But I can tell you, don't say trees, say seeds.
I don't care. What does it matter? What does it matter?
I'm curious.
I'm not curious. What does it matter? No, I meant. What does it matter?
What does it matter? Gamze Torah. What does it matter?
Gamze Torah ve'ani tzarich lilmod.
So it's not.
You know who said that?
Zet
Torah ve'gam ani tzarich lilmod. You know who said that? Rabbi Akiva, when he went to go see one of his rabbi going to the bathroom.
I remember this thing.
Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Kahana, two rabbis did the same thing. Rabbi Kahana went under the bed, and he hears his rabbi saying like noises, and he's disgusted. You open the can of worms, you got to deal with it. And he opens and he says, "What is this? Sounds like a drunken salesman. What is a sailor? What is this?" So the rabbi hears him. He sees him downstairs and he kisses him. Says, "Get out of here! What are you doing?" The next day he comes to him and tells him, "You know why I'm like that? Because that's my wife likes it. That's why. I don't do it for me. I do it for her. Right. Or now it's about the wife, not about you."
Why are we under the bed?
Zet Torah becomes the ani tzarich lilmod.
So don't tell me what does it matter. Tell me it's not relevant.
I'm helping you. No. But I don't know the answer.
Okay.
I don't know the reason why seeds not. By the way, there's no seeds for a cedar tree.
Oh, that's a bit much, no?
What is?
That story.
If you're gonna be the Tanaim,
He could have told him, I want to learn with you. Yichud, teach me.
I'll tell you.
We went under the bed and he said,
Shemuel,
you told us that we have to learn everything from you.
But I gotta say this. Mordechai, you like this one. Maseret Ketuvot. Maseret Ketuvot says Shemuel.
Supposed to go home.
I know. He's gotta go to bed
You only
then.
started this year now.
Hey,
Tell me about it.
Maseret Ketuvot, you have Shemuel. That there's a way that you can be with a Betula, and he wouldn't break anything. And Shemuel says he knows how. So the question, so I asked Mahamutah, what's going on here?
Why do I have to know this?
Why is he saying it? Because when they're learning halakha, you have to know it's possible.
Yeah.
And when the Talmid says, how is it possible? He goes, I know how to do it. He's got to prove it. He's got to say, so, okay, Shomech al Shemuel. So there's things that you got to know. So Zera Torah v'gam Sa'irich Limod.
I'm so bad on show.
Alright, so it says, thank you very much. Okay. Listen, I said 20 minutes, 10 minutes ago. I got 10 minutes. I got you. Alright, so the question is, why was Yaakov caring so much about the Kerashim and not Avnei Shoam? We have a pasuk, Vasita the Kerashim. Rabbi Chaim says that the world was not allowed to be mishtamesh with arazim, and it was only created just for the Mishkan and the Mikdash.
It's a special tree.
Special tree. Yisbeu aseh Adonai arze Levanon. Okay, Tehillim, very important pasuk. Right? Why? What does it say? There's 24 types of arazim. Right? And then that's all it says. There's more to it. V'im ken ho'il she'sapa Yaakov she'arazim yesh ba'alam. Now, if Yaakov sees that there's cedar trees in the world, and they were only created for the Mishkan and for the Beit HaMikdash, min hadin, it makes sense that he knows what's going to be with Bnei Yisrael and Mitzrayim, and they're going to go to Mitzrayim. I need to take these cedar trees and bring them down to Mitzrayim so they can use them for the Beit HaMikdash for the Mishkan. Why? Because what the Midrash says, its only purpose is having it is specifically for the Mishkan. So I have to make sure I use it for the Mishkan. That's the reason.
In other words, so he's answering. That's what he had. He didn't have the Avnei Shoam.
I should not rely on the Akavod.
No, because he didn't have the Avnei Shoam. That he couldn't bring. That the Nekov would bring. But these I have, so I'm going to bring them now.
Not so. I have to. Not so. I have to. Because the purpose why these are in existence in the world is for the Mishkan. And if I'm going to Mitzrayim, which in turn is going to have a Mishkan, I have to bring these. And that's why he's more makpid on this than anything else. You got it?
Yeah.
Good.
The representation of the wood also is not necessarily of the finest values, but there are values, the wood, but it's no you can't compare it.
Why couldn't the Ananei Kavod bring the Arazim?
The Arazim, the Midrash explains that Arazim, the whole purpose of the cedar trees that were created in the world was specifically so they could use them for the Mikdash.
But why didn't the Ananei Kavod bring them? What are they?
Because if they created, we should not rely on the Anei Kavod. If Hashem created the cedar trees, and the only reason why He created the cedar trees was for the Mishkan and the Beit HaMikdash, therefore we have an obligation. Yaakov has an obligation to cut them out and bring them to Mitzrayim.
And the Choshen Mishpat.
He didn't have it. Yaakov didn't have it. Yaakov, you didn't have the diamonds. Hashem's going to bring in the kavod. But the Arzei Levanon that he had, the shittim he had.
He should not rely on the Anei Kavod.
I don't buy that. He could have the diamonds.
It's not about, it's not a matter of what he has or what he doesn't have.
Yeah.
It's a matter of knowing that it's created in the world specifically for.
But I could know that both were created specifically.
But that's not what it says. It says specifically the Arazim.
I'm going to exaggerate the
You
question.
can't say why this way. It's this what it says.
No,
That's
I'm
fact.
just saying why. If you could say that, why could if the Avanim for the Hoshen Mishpat? That's even smaller, and that's even.
Why did they bring the 12 stones? That's what he's asking.
I know, and I'm explaining. The Midrash is explaining that the cedar tree. We're talking about cedar trees.
The only
is created
for the
specifically for
Mishkan.
Mishkan.
But the diamonds were created for the jewels.
For the women.
I don't understand something.
Everybody makes
Yaakov
furniture.
Avinu comes down with 70 souls down to Mitzrayim, and then the way he said, you know what? You three guys go up to Lebanon, take the Jeep, go up there. Here's the saw down the trees, and find me a truck and bring them down.
Why?
How did he do it?
Why?
Because you're saying that's what he did.
That's exactly why. Because the Midrash explains that the only reason why cedar tree was created into this world right now was specifically for the Mishkan to upkeep the.
I agree with. I don't chuluk on that, but I'm asking. So you're saying he went up to the Lebanon and brought the trees
No,
down?
he-
No, bro, for Escanan.
Broke it
Yeah,
out.
they're here.
Escanan.
You had them here.
He was there. He's here.
Hello, Lebanon.
So I don't care where it is. He got it.
That's where they grow. I told them. I told them grow there.
It's not relevant. Wherever he went, he got it. Yeah, the answer is yes. Because if we're going down to Mitzrayim, he knows now that Yosef is now the king of Mitzrayim. He knows that everything's unraveling. He knows what's going to happen. So what's the answer? Then for sure, this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
So that's the answer. The answer is yes.
Okay.
That's the answer. Why? Specifically because the whole purpose of why it's here is to use for the Mishkan. Now, if I leave them here, then I'm not going to be able to take them. Then they're going to need it, and we shouldn't need to rely on Yaakov for something we can rely on now.
Okay.
That's the reason. Now I'm going to give you a different reason.
Lebanon, it's not Eretz Canaan, it's Eretz Israel. It's why?
No, Eretz Canaan is Eretz Israel.
No.
I got
Yeah,
7
for
minutes.
100%. Me'achud.
Mordechai, simmer down, buddy. Simmer down, buddy. Come on.
For sure. All of this land that you call Eretz Israel
All right, let's
was
fight
once
this.
called Canaan.
Mordechai,
Still got
be
No,
done.
wait.
Be done. Be done.
Here's the problem. All the land of Eretz Israel, all the land of Eretz, all the land. All the land of Eretz Israel, from Jerusalem to Haifa to the Ramat Golan, all that land of Eretz Israel, the Sharon and Yehuda, was once called Eretz Canaan. Yeah. Yes. What was it called?
No, what do you mean? Ella.
Eretz Israel is much bigger than Eretz Canaan. That's the point.
All of Eretz Canaan that you
It's
hear.
halacha. It's historically.
No, what do you mean? You have Jordan, Syria.
All right,
That's
let's
a
go.
question.
It's got 7 minutes. Come on.
All
That's
of-
it. I got seven.
all Hilchas Orla,
Yeah.
all the land that's Hilchas Orla. If we cross over the Jordan, no Orla. Ramat Golan, cross to Damascus, no Orla. All the land that's Eretz where we keep Orla is Eretz Canaan. That's Eretz Israel.
What about Lebanon?
Lebanon, the Sa'arani, היית פעם שמה, the Sa'arani, אתה רואה את זה
You gotta
גם,
finish up.
זה כנען, what, lama, because some Arab made a little line?
No. That's not.
Where's
not
Ellie? He's gotta
Eretz.
make these things all
Okay.
cut
Go check it out, check it out, check it out. I
All right,
was
listen. I got 5 minutes, and Mordechai it seems like he's gonna have a, he's
there. By the way,
I didn't know, but by the way, did you go away? Because you all read. Did you?
That's it for medication.
by the way,
Panama.
by the way, when you drive to Lebanon through Shar Fatma or through Rosh Hashanah, and you drive into Lebanon, you don't see any difference in the land. Suddenly, you cross the Zaharani River, and the land changes to deep valleys and high mountains totally. That's where you know the Gvul is.
Really? That's where they want the Hezbollah to go to.
And even further, yes.
No, but
All right, guys, I need to bring it back home if you don't mind.
I swam in the Zaharani.
Okay,
Boys,
boys.
the Hezbollah to go to.
Yeah.
Caught a big one today.
But I want to give a hint. Whenever I say the word boys, that means everyone stop any tracks.
Okay.
I just want to make it very clear.
Okay.
If someone don't understand what's going on. Okay.
I think we caught a salmon.
Now listen. We can make that into a reel, Yoni, if you want.
Charles, it's like this easy boy.
Look, another way. Why does that say? Okay, it's very
Easy
important.
boy.
Please, 5 minutes, no talking. 5 minutes, no talking. And Mordechai, take a breather, will you? It's all right. It's Torah. That's why Eliyahu. By the way, that's why Moshe Rabbeinu is dying. Right? He knows he's going to die. He tells Hashem, give the people a leader that can handle everybody. What does that mean? That can relate to everybody. To relate to every type of person is not an easy thing.
Very hard.
Very difficult. To be friends with someone that you know, that's nothing. Please, that's child's play. To be friends with someone that's zero in common with you and sees the world in a completely different way, that's not easy. And that's why Moshe Rabbeinu asked for Yeshua Binun. Well, he asked for someone that knows, and that's why he got Yeshua Binun.
But I think the love of Germany.
5 minutes, I said. No.
You don't think he could?
Yeridata Dorot. Just that shows you
I
how
thought he
great
could talk to
Yeshua.
everybody.
He could in our generation.
Yeah.
In our generation.
Like he could talk to Schwarzes, he could talk to Chinese
In
people.
our generation.
Yeah.
Every generation has their Gedulim and has their rabbis.
5 minutes.
4 minutes. So now, guys, legit, no more. No
And
more
in their
talking.
language.
Look, another reason why the cedar trees, why Dafka the cedar trees, is Hashem wants to teach us Derech Eretz. What does that mean, Derech Eretz? Yeah, Derech Eretz. Right? For the future Dorot. Why? If a person wants to go build a house from wood, he should not use wood, he should not use trees that are fruit trees.
What's
Fruit trees. It's asur, you know, and Eretz Yisrael to cut down a fruit tree.
Everywhere in the world.
Everywhere in the world?
Everywhere in the
Wow,
world.
everywhere in the world. Okay, good.
It only counts over here though.
I don't know about that. No. Hashem created the world. Hashem created the world for Piriyah Berbiyah. Okay? Hashem created the world to
You're in
reproduce.
Alaska. You see a fruit that make you beautiful, like, I don't know what they have there, like,
3.5 minutes.
beautiful.
And the question is, and when
mangoes.
why, and
You
when
start
why.
cutting it down. Hashem says, you go crazy.
I got
I'm
3
giving you a
minutes.
tree that's giving you fruit.
I got 3 minutes.
Why?
Because I gotta wrap it up. I'm with
You
you.
just started warming up.
I am sorry. I agree with you. But look, why? Because when somebody wants to cut fruit trees, what are they going to say? They say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Melech Melchei Melechim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was able to make wood, his own house, right? Asudi Mikdash v'shachanti b'torcham, and something that was a barren tree. Then who the heck are you to try to do this, to try to do better? You know, your house cannot be bigger than the shul.
Yeah.
The house cannot be bigger than the shul.
Which shul? The neighborhood.
Your shul, whatever shul you go
We
to.
don't keep that.
Oh, that's not hard.
You don't keep that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
There's some people that build
Don't worry,
nice
that's
houses.
not our problem, Charles. We didn't get to that problem, Charles. Don't worry about that, Charles.
2:45.
שאמר לעשות משכן, אמר לא תביא אלא מאילן שאין עושה פירות. Hashem said, don't bring me a tree except that brings, bring me a tree that doesn't bring פירות. ובשלמה כשיש להם מין עצים, לא יקחו אלא ארזים. Now, if you want to say, there's nothing in the desert. There's only cedar trees in the desert. There's only cedar trees in the desert.
what's
That cedar trees are the trees that we use for the Mishkan. Then the Shapir Yaflinan. There's nothing to learn. It's fine to learn that you're supposed to use the cedar trees for the Mishkan. But אבל אם היו עננים מביאים להם דרך נס, אין ללמוד כלל מזה. There's nothing to learn. If they were to bring, the Anei HaKavod were to bring these cedar trees, you're not learning anything. But what are you really learning? Only Davka, where Yaakov Avinu, who came from Eretz Yisrael, that has all the trees, all the fruit trees in the world. And what does he go specifically? To the tzedek, right? To the tree that doesn't produce anything. And he brings that why? To show you that this is Davka, the reason what God wants, the trees that don't produce, in order to teach Derech Eretz to the guy that might want to make the tree. That's why Yaakov Avinu had to bring the cedar tree specifically from Israel.
You don't spit on the hand that feeds you.
You understand? Specifically from Israel. Why specifically from Israel? Because it has the trees everywhere. There's all fruit trees. Yaakov Avinu specifically picked a tree that has no fruits. Why? Because Hashem wants to show Derech Eretz for Bnei Yisrael, to anybody that wants to build a house.
I have a question.
They should use a tree that produces fruits.
I have a question. Some
Yeah.
things
You got it
we
or not?
say,
Yeah,
saying that
I'm
some
just
things-
doing it inside.
Okay.
we say some things that we would know without the Torah teaching us, right?
That's Mishpatim.
There's certain things. that
Don't
we
kill,
say-
don't rape, don't steal.
Certain things we would know, and I want to say even this, you would know without the Torah teaching you this. Why? You have a fruit tree. Why would you chop down a fruit tree? It's giving you fruit. Are you
God
snap?
bless. God bless
I'll tell
today.
you why. Very simple.
Why?
Because sometimes fruit trees are so strong that they're better, and also they're more expensive, so therefore they're better quality. Maybe you want to use those. As opposed to-
The wood.
The wood.
But don't mess
But
around
some-
with somebody who wants to buy a house, who wants to redo his house.
Cherry.
Don't mess with them. So
so
they'll go into
everybody
debt to
has
make it
to
look
be better.
nice.
No,
But the Sechel Yashar that tells you not to kill.
That was listed, Asha.
That tells you not to
Yeah,
kill without the
no,
Torah.
no,
That
it
same
would-
Sechel tells you don't cut down a fruit tree when you can cut down an
Olive
ex-brush
tree.
to build a
That's
box.
not true. The wood's
Yeah.
better. The wood's
It's
better.
not better.
He's saying it's better.
not better.
Mordechai's saying it's better.
But let's just.
You a farmer?
Let's say go.
I'm a farmer. I grew up on a moshav. I have farms. I grew.
Mordechai, you a farmer?
Outside.
I hope you say yes.
I have olive trees.
Larry, why don't you get Larry? Larry's a
I
farmer.
have orange trees. I have olive trees. I'm here for 46 years in this.
So I'll tell you, I have
land.
olives in my refrigerator.
I'm a farmer. I had horses. I had chickens. I had
horses?
ducks. I had sheep. I was here when you were in New York over there with the guys. I was already here.
You have horses. You have horses. Did
So look, let's read it inside. Let's read it
I had
inside.
horses. I had donkeys.
you ever have a palomino?
I don't want to get messages later, Mordechai. I'm just telling you. I don't want to get. I'm gonna get.
I had 2 horses.
Okay, good. ולכן, יעקב, שהיה בארץ קנען, when Yaakov was in ארץ קנען, שהיו שם כל מין אילן, that had every type of tree to choose from, ובחר באלה, chosen to see the trees, בא להודיע לבניו דרך ארץ. He came to show his children דרך ארץ. שאם יבנו בתים, if they're going to build houses, יבנו באילנות שאינם עושים פירות. build them from trees that don't produce fruit. Dilav haki lo hayu mevi'am. You wouldn't bring them. El haya mamtin b'sha'aranim yevi'um. You'll just wait for the anaka what to do with, like he did for everything else that we have.
Teaching them a lesson.
He's teaching them a lesson.
You need to teach us not to cut down a fruit tree.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. Excuse me. You know what?
First, you have to prove to me that a fruit tree is better wood than a regular tree. Then you could bring your tire.
By the way, talk to me who's all about convenience. I don't care what's better or not. Do me a favor. The tree's over there. Use that one. Yes, just get
You're not
it.
mentally ill. You're not crazy. You see mangoes coming out of the tree. You say, cut down the tree. You want to eat something. You're not crazy. You're normal.
Olive tree.
We didn't have any
You're normal. We're talking about Sakkal Yashar.
I don't know.
Listen, there's
Fine,
another-
Nobody agrees with me here?
I see the
Like a farmer. Do you agree with me that if you're
Baruch
putting
Adonai Le'olam Amen V'Amen. Rabbi Chaim Kanievski,
famous.
Nobody agrees with me here?
I'm gonna give you
you can only make planks of wood out of a cedar.